Good morning. It is 11 o'clock on Sunday in Bali, and I'm excited to be on Facebook Live again. We're trying a different location this week because the internet has been so weak all over the entire country. So we'll see how we work today. I'm excited to see some of you already on. Thank you for being here on early. Today I've been gathering oils that I might use. I don't know if you know the topic that I selected today, but it was selected from one of the questions that was asked when I was on the Royal Crown Diamond panel at convention. So it was one that I thought was, wow, this is an interesting thing to throw at all of us. They said, what do you do when you have kind of an off day? And there were some really, really interesting answers. The one thing that I found that was particularly interesting was that they were all cerebral. They were great ideas. However, my brain, I think as I've gotten older, as I've grown older, I've simplified things more and more as I go along. So my first thought was, I use oils, okay? Novel idea, isn't it, for those of us who are young living oilers? So sometimes it takes a lot of oils. And so today I'm just going to talk about what I normally would do when I'm not feeling totally balanced, and talk about why I might not be feeling totally balanced. Because if we're feeling a little bit off, it may be that we require a little bit more grounding. Are we fully grounded? Well, my first thought always is to go to my rainbow healing cards. And I do all of the glyphs and the oils every morning. And I sometimes do them more than just once in the daytime. So I find that that's very balancing for me. It may not be for everyone. You may not even have the cards or desire to have the cards. But you do. Everyone watching this, I know, is interested in using the oils. So let's talk again about what oils I might choose. Well, first of all, this morning I was a little lethargic. So I used peppermint right before, just a minute ago. I just put a little peppermint in my hand, one drop, rubbed my hands together, and breathed in, because that's going to give me a little more energy. How many of you feel more excited and less down, less off balance, so to speak, when we use peppermint? So simple, isn't it? So what is your favorite oil? Well, I think most of us know what my favorite blend is, and we will use that today. But one of the things that may be causing us to have an off day could be fear, okay? So what blend might come to your mind first to eliminate fear? Does anyone have any ideas? I'm not seeing any answers, but of course there is that little lag before I would receive your questions. So my first thought was Valor blend. So you might choose to apply Valor. Valor is so grounding and balancing. So where do you choose to apply it? Anywhere you like. I love to apply oils behind the ears, over my heart, over my throat. I want to have courage to speak my truth, okay? But in any event, be sure to breathe in that beautiful oil and really intend that those little molecules go wherever they need to go. Now, do any of you have other ideas about what you might use to be more balanced? Well, often if we're feeling a little off balance or not at our best, it could be because our hormones are out of balance a little bit. Does anybody agree with that? And it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. Hormones affect all of us, and they affect us on all levels: physical, emotional, mental, and energetic. So what are some of the oils that support, the balance in the endocrine system? Well, there's the Endoflex, the Shutron, Mister, Sklar Essence, Progessence Plus. There are lots and lots of blends that could be very helpful. One of the ones that I reach for most, whether it's hormones or anything else, is Balsam Fir, Idaho Balsam Fir. That to me is one of the greatest balancing single oils that there is. Of course, the Idaho Blue Spruce and the Northern Lights Black Spruce also anchor a very similar frequency. And this is the frequency that also anchors one of the glyphs of the rainbow healing, which is that compassion, that gentle nurturing of self and others, and finding that perfect balance of giving and receiving. So I'm going to apply some Idaho Blue Spruce. And again, today I didn't wear earrings so I could apply things behind my ears, since the ears are one of the places that oils will absorb the most rapidly. And I have my throat free, so my throat chakra will be available. And I think I'm going to also apply some Idaho Blue Spruce. Now these oils, both of these oils have been out of stock for a while in the US, so if you're there, you hopefully still have some that you've managed to hoard for a while. You do still have the Northern Lights Black Spruce. So here in Asia, we still have Idaho Balsam Fir. So I'm excited, and it will be back soon. I still have a few bottles that I have saved for myself and for those who are around me. But this is one of those amazing, amazing essential oils that Gary Young gifted us with. And we're so fortunate to have so many to choose from. And I was going through some of my notebooks. Gary has always told us, write it down, write things down. Well, I used to love to write things down. I'm a visual person, and when I write it, I remember much better than when I see something or when I hear something. When I hear it, it goes right on through. When I see it or can visualize the words in my mind, then it makes a much greater impression upon my brain, a more lasting impression. So at any rate, I now I don't have a car, so I can't carry notebooks with me or as many things. So I find that I take notes on my phone now, although I love being able to find old notebooks. And there is a surprise coming for us, because Mary shared with us that she has over 100 notebooks that Gary wrote down formulas, ideas that he wanted to share, all sorts of things. And she shared that she will be writing and writing and writing to share all of this information with all of us in the coming years. So, months, years, however long it takes. So I found a notebook from, I believe it was Convention 2015. And the first thing I wrote down on Gary's first presentation was life is about choice. Every human being, as long as they're breathing, have the freedom of choice and the freedom of thought. He also went on to say, replace control with trust. Now, what could that possibly mean? I really spent some time thinking about that in the last 2 days since I found this notebook. And to me, I look back at my life, and when I was most of my life, many of you know I was a math teacher, and I taught logic and how to think logically. So I was forever making my decisions, as a geometry teacher would, by drawing a line down the middle of the page, putting the positives on one side, the negatives on the other, and logically making a choice. Well, what I found was that when I stopped making my choices from here and started listening to my heart, everything changed. Instead of life being more stressful, life became simpler. And what unfolded was far more than I could ever have planned. There is no way that I could have designed the life that I live today. It had to unfold step by step. But this required the choice to let go of that control and to trust from my heart what I was really feeling, as opposed to what I could figure out with my well-trained mind. Some people may argue with the fact that my brain may not have been all that well-trained, and it may not. I felt that it was because I was an academic type. However, I now realize that using this all the time held me back. So interestingly today, the rainbow healing cards that I select mine after doing my glyphs every day and doing the oils. I select 2 or 3 cards that will help me be the most supportive in my process. So interestingly, today, the glyph that fell out when I shuffled the glyphs and selected one and muscle tested was freedom. This is all about releasing the fears, the beliefs, and the attachments to things that are no longer serving you. You know, we hold on to things for so long that just because we've always done things in a particular way, and they may have worked for us at one point, they may never have really been the best option, but we hold on to them because it's the way we've done them in the past. Can any of you identify with that? Well, this is all about letting go and learning to do things in another way. So guess what my combination card was for today? Fire. And at the bottom of that card, it says all about creation and action. Fire has that ability to destroy. It also has the ability to transform and to create new things, to renew, to regenerate. It is not until we let go of the old things that we can actually jump into those fires of creation and to move forward. So what might help us in this? Well, actually, the citrus oils are, to me, the ones that will help you light your fire. Oils like orange, lemon. These are the ones that will actually, if you look at the Light Your Fire blend, if you still have some of that, they're all about those warm oils, those citrus oils that will help you ignite your creativity and your fire within. Now, how many of us can have an off day, an unbalanced day, if our passion is growing? And again, I'm just showing you these because I have to laugh when I select my cards and they're so appropriate. Because today I selected the Creator, the Crusader card to go along with that creation. This is the leader all about passion, not about method, but about passion. When our fire is ignited and we are moving forward with passion and joy in our life, we attract to those others that are choosing to be passionate about their lives. Would you agree? So let's see what other oils I might choose, okay, to support this. Well, some of us love to live in the past, and others of us in the future. I was in the past or the future most of my life, planning for the future or living over the past, when there's only one moment that we actually have, and that is the present. Do we have a blend for that? I think so, yes. Present time. And this is the blend that I remember Gary telling us. It's not one of the least expensive blends. And he said, I can guarantee that as you write out the check to pay for present time, it will bring you into that present moment right away when you subtract that. But it may be the best investment you ever made. So I'm going to breathe in my present time right now because I want to find joy and passion and creativity in this present moment, intending to remain in this moment, not the past, not the future, but this moment, squeezing every single drop of joy. Oh, that might be another one that we would use, Joy Blend. How many of you choose to use Joy Blend when you're feeling a little bit down? Would that be a good choice? Yes. Okay. Because that's what life is all about, enjoying this present moment. Reaching your highest potential in this moment. What happens tomorrow is not what's here today, and what happened yesterday is not the same. So we're going to intend to use the highest potential. I'm going to put it all over my arms. I'm going to put it all over me, actually, because I'm choosing to reach my highest potential in every moment, in particular in this present moment. And as I've mentioned before, our highest potential in one moment may not be the same as our highest potential in another. So what we're choosing to do is focus on right now. Would you agree? So, another blend that I chose that just jumped out of my bag for me today is actually a very old bottle. You'll see from the label, if you can see the label, and that's inspiration. Because I'm choosing to be inspired to squeeze every moment, every bit of passion and joy out of this particular moment. This one, the roller ball, wouldn't even fit in this old bottle. Perhaps I haven't been using enough of inspiration. Oops. And now I'm going to close. I'm not sure how long I've been talking, probably about 20 minutes. It usually works out to be about 20 to 25 minutes. I did 4 videos yesterday, which will be on my website soon. So you may be watching for them. They will be on the Rainbow Healing Cards website. Also, some of them may reach the Fuller Life website. So at any rate, I'm going to end with believe, because I believe that I can be balanced. I believe that I can reach my highest potential in this moment. And I believe that I can create anything that I choose to have in my life. So I'm going to give myself a believe shower, and I'm going to breathe it in. And I just intend that this be for you, for every one of you who's watching, a beautiful week filled with beautiful colors of all the colors of the rainbow, all in perfect harmony and balance, which will allow you to experience complete joy in every moment. Thank you so much for being here.